Hey, what is up guys, welcome to another drift build showcase video, and this time I'll be showing my Jaguar XES, and this is another B-class drift build, so it's more of a lower powered car with more street upgrades and stuff like that. So yeah, let's get to the build. Let's go to the tuning and upgrades, upgrade shop. Well, I could go to the arrow, but there's nothing there again. Most of my cars just use the stock arrow, so yeah, I don't have to go there. We do however change the rims, and these are the HRE rims. I'm not sure which model again. These are pretty similar to the ones I have on my 350, I think. These are the P107s. I'm pretty sure I used these on the 350C, which look pretty similar, but yeah, they're slightly different. Anyway, let's move on. There's no ability to change the wheel size on this car, so we're using the stock wheel size, but it looks fine to be honest. Let's go to the rear tire width. We are using 285s in the rear, and then we have 255s in the front. And for the tire compound we use the street tires, just like pretty much all the other B-class cars. Pretty much for all the lower powered cars I'm using street tires, and higher powered cars I'm using sport tires. Then going to the drivetrain upgrades. For the clutch we leave it stock. Transmission is sport, so we can change the final drive. We use a sport drive line and a race differential. Then the handling upgrades. We are using the race brakes, race suspension. And I think we're using the sport anti-roll bars for the front and rear. We have the street chassis reinforcement / roll cage thing, and we have a street weight reduction. So yeah, pretty much all these upgrades are just street and sport, except from like a few, like the suspension and stuff like that, so we can actually tune this car up properly. Then going to the engine parts, we have, let's see, we have 383 horsepower on this car. It's a pretty heavy car, so yeah, it needs quite a bit of power to get it sliding. So for the sport intake, we're using sport. Then the fuel system is stock. We have a race ignition, sport exhaust, stock camshaft and valves, stock valves, stock engine block, also stock pistons and compression, stock displacement supercharger. We have the sport intercooler, stock oil and cooling, and a sport flywheel. So there's not many upgrades done to the engine actually. But yeah, it drifts very well with this amount of horsepower. I can pretty much just get it through every turn without a problem, and it feels super smooth. Now let's get to the tuning part. For the tire pressures, as usual, we're using 28 in the front and 24 in the rear. Then the final drive is 2.95, which is quite low, but that's because the car has 8 gears. So yeah, the final drive is quite a lot different than like cars that have 6 gears or 5 gears. Then the cam bar, we set the front to -2.6 and the rear to -0.8, and again as usual, no toe adjustments. Then the front castle, we always set that to 7 degrees. And the roll bars we cannot tune. And the springs, the stiffness of the front is 1056.8, and then the rear is 915.9. You don't have to get these exact numbers, as long as you're like fairly close, it should be fine. Then the ride height, pretty much to the lowest, front and rear. Only the front is 1 click up. Then the rebound stiffness, we have 4.6 in the front, 3.8 in the rear. Bump stiffness, we have 4.3 in the front and 3.7 in the rear. No aero adjustability. Braking is just stock by the looks of it. We're using 100% brake pressure on this, and the balance is just default. And then the differential is set to 95% in the front, or acceleration, sorry, and then 90% deceleration. Right, so that's a tune. Give it a go. I think it feels really nice. I'll be showing some drifting clips again of this car on a couple different tracks, and then the video will end. So yeah, thanks for watching, and see you in the next video or live stream.